Karate Kid has arrived.
The Karate Kid. The Karate Kid. You were telling me that you wanted to talk about, was it breaking boards?
Board breaking with James Haryu. Oh man, what a mess we got ourselves in there, but it was fun. So James Haryu and I, we were probably we were old enough to be, you know, troublemakers, so to speak. But my dad, I said earlier that he was a martial arts. He was a master martial artist, Dojo Chinese Kempo, and he started to build a dojo. But if he didn't build the dojo right away, he was gonna teach people out of his house until he got there. So he had a pretty good amount of people, and we were invited to. At that point in time, we were invited to do a martial arts display in a small town near us that had like a parade. They did this kind of stuff like every other month in the summer. So we were invited. So we were going to do a board breaking display, martial arts, and do a couple different things out there. So we were getting all pumped up for it. My father had like a barn or a garage at the end of the property. Well, at the end of the property, there was a bunch of boards in there that were already cut. They were pre-cut. There was bricks. There was all kinds of stuff that was pre-cut. Everything that was being prepared for this show that was coming up. And that we were supposed to be a part of. And James Haryu and I were curious one day, and we went in there, and I tell you what, we started out breaking some styrofoam, karate chopping it. And we went from karate chopping styrofoam to breaking little sticks, because we were little martial arts kids, and we tied into some of them boards, a lot of them boards, and we started breaking these boards, we had our own little board breaking contest, if you would say, and it went from breaking boards to breaking bricks. We were breaking concrete bricks with our feet, everything we've watched over the period of time that we were doing martial arts. And we didn't think nothing of it. We thought it was cool. We didn't know what it was for. We just started breaking them. By gosh, about a week, it was about 3 or 4 days later, I get woke up, and my dad is livid. I don't know why. I don't know why he was mad. I was just like, what the hell? He's like, he called James Haryu's parents the Cookie. He called Cookie, and that was her nickname, Cookie. It was Ernie and Cookie, but her name was really Gloria. She was like my second mother. It was just an awesome family. They still are. I still communicate with them to this day. But it was funny because not only did he get me, he got James too. He knew we did it, and I don't know how he knew, but he pulled it out of us. I'll tell you what, we got punished. We broke all the boards, so he had to go out and buy new boards, cut them all up, and buy new cinder blocks for this board breaking display and everything. So, long story short, we weren't allowed to participate in the I guess it was like a show. So James and I, we weren't even allowed. I don't even think we were allowed to dress up. I didn't think we could put our keys on, so we just sat there and watched these guys break all these boards. And me and James sat there, and it was kind of selfish because we were like, you know what? Dude, we already broke all the boards. That's what we were talking about while they were breaking boards. Dude, we already got to do it. Why are we being upset? I was like, you're right. We did break them all. Every one of them. And we broke them with power, too. My gosh, man. I'll never forget that. We ended up having to basically set up that whole display. But we couldn't do nothing. We were like workers. That was our punishment. But I'm sure it cost my dad quite a bit of money, and I didn't know we were doing anything wrong. We just were breaking boards because that's what we did as kids. So that's funny. That's one of the things that James and I talk about to this day. You know, how we did.
It's amazing to think back to those times. And as a kid, it was like things just appeared in front of you. And it was like, oh, look at this. Wow. You know, and then next thing you know, you and James are just breaking boards. You know,
we were smashing
in the world.
No, we were just karate chopping boards and punching them and kicking them. You know, everything you would see on TV, right? And we were just little kids. We didn't know any different. I mean, it got so bad we were breaking boards. We were breaking these, I want to say they're 2-inch cinder blocks, but they're not cinder blocks. They're 2-inch blocks, concrete blocks, which honestly, they're not that hard to break. Right. That's why I was like, why would you even put this in a show? And me and James were like, yeah, check this out, man. It's too easy. And then we'd stack some more on there, and we'd break some more, and we were like, yeah, man. I mean, why couldn't you break six of these? This is easy. You know? We were just destroying all this stuff that my old man fucking come out and bought. And I was like, oh, my God. I really thought I was going to get tortured for that one, but it was a good lesson learned, you know. It was a time in my life where I was like, wow, you know, there are some repercussions to the things that we do, and you know, we need to be more considerate, and we need to, you know, look at the world in a different view. But as a child, we were innocent. You know, we weren't innocent by any means. We thought we were. You know, so it's really unique to come back and look at some of these things and be like, wow. And that was just one of many things that we've done that were, hey, there was one time we were messing with people on the road. So what we did is, James and I, we were a little bit older at this point, so we have more common sense. There was another time that we got all camouflaged up, and there was a long road that went to McLean State Park. And by gosh, we scared the heck out of some drivers because we weren't even able to drive at that point. We were just kids. So we got interested in some gas and how it lights and it burns for a little while. And we made a strip across the road. We just poured gas across the road like in a crack. And we waited for headlights. And as the headlights got closer, because you could see down this road for almost like 2-3 miles at this point. So, and we lived off that road. So we were smart enough to go down the roadways, like come out into the woods and then come out onto the road. So it didn't look like there was any particular, I'm sure they knew it was probably us because James Hardy's road was one of the main ones down the road there. So we would wait until the headlights got closer, and then we'd light this thing and then take off into the field across the road and just lay in the deep grass. And there'd be people slamming on their brakes like, what the heck? Some people backed up and went back home or wherever they were going, or they decided they weren't going that way anymore. But at the point in time, we just thought it was funny. And there were people get out of their vehicles and start yelling at us. We're going to cut this short. I got to go.
All right.
Okay, let me finish this one. Let me finish this one a little while.
All right.
All right. Love you, brother.
Love you. Bye.